The National Eisteddfod of Wales, Welsh, Eisteddfod Genedlaethol Cymru, is the most important of several eisteddfodau festivals that are held annually, mostly in Wales. Its 8 days of competitions and performances are considered the largest music and poetry festival in Europe. Competitors typically number 6,000 or more, and overall attendances generally exceed 150,000 visitors. Overview. The National Eisteddfod is traditionally held in the first week of August, and, since 1952, the competitions are all held in the Welsh language. The venue is officially proclaimed a year in advance, at which time the themes and texts for the competitions are published. The organisation for the location will have begun a year or more earlier, and locations are generally known 2 or 3 years ahead. The Eisteddfod Act of 1959 allowed local authorities to give financial support to the event. Traditionally, the Eisteddfod venue alternates between North and South Wales. The decision to hold both the 2014 and 2015 Eisteddfodau in South Wales was thus seen as controversial, but the decision was later reversed and Montgomeryshire named as host county for 2015. Occasionally the Eisteddfod has been held in England. This is noted in italics in the following table of past locations. Hundreds of tents, pavilions and booths are erected in an open space to create the mice field. The space required for this means that it is rare for the Eisteddfod to be in a city or town. Instead, it is held somewhere with more space. Car parking for day visitors alone requires several large fields, and many people camp on the site for the whole week. The festival has a quasi-druidic flavor, with the main literary prizes for poetry and prose being awarded in colorful and dramatic ceremonies under the auspices of the Gorsedd of Bards of the Island of Britain, complete with prominent figures in Welsh cultural life dressed in flowing druidic costumes, flower dances, trumpet fanfares and a symbolic horn of plenty. However, the Gorsedd is not an ancient institution or a pagan ceremony but rather a romantic creation by Ilo Morganwg in the 1790s, which first became part of the Eisteddfod ceremonial in 1819. Nevertheless, it is taken very seriously, and an award of a crown or a chair for poetry is a great honor. The chairing and crowning ceremonies are the highlights of the week, and are presided over by the Archdruid. Other important awards include the Prose Medal, first introduced in 1937. If no stone circle is there already, one is created out of Gorsedd stones, usually taken from the local area. These stone circles are icons all across Wales and signify the Eisteddfod having visited a community. As a cost-saving measure, the 2005 Eisteddfod was the first to use a temporary fiberglass stone circle for the Druidic ceremonies instead of a permanent stone circle. This also has the benefit of bringing the Gorsedd ceremonies onto the mice. Previously, they were often held many miles away, hidden from most of the public. The ceremonies may still be held elsewhere if the weather at the mice is not considered suitable, as well as the main pavilion with the main stage. There are other venues through the week. Some are fixtures every year, hosting gigs. Maesby, Lefangwai Mice, Café Maesby. Other fixtures of the mice are the Pobl Len Literature Pavilion, the Neuadd Dawns Dance Hall, the Pobl Wydoniaid of the Chnoleg Science and Technology Pavilion, Maes D. Learners Pavilion, at least one theatre, YCEWT Drama, the Drama Hut, Tai Gwerin, Folk House, YLLE Self, the Art Place, and hundreds of stondinau, stands and booths, where groups, societies, councils, charities and shops exhibit and sell. Some Eisteddfod goers never go near the main pavilion, but spend their time wandering the mice and meeting friends. Since 2004, alcohol has been sold on the mice. Previously, there was a no-alcohol policy. Local theatres are likely to time Welsh-language productions for around the time of the Eisteddfod, hoping to benefit from the influx of visitors. History. Though there were earlier eisteddfodau held on a national scale in Wales, such as the Genedlaethol and provincial eisteddfodau, the National Eisteddfod of Wales as an organisation traces its history back to the first event, held in 1861, in Aberdare. One of the most dramatic events in Eisteddfod history was the award of the 1917 chair to the poet, Ellis Humphrey Evans' bardic name Hedwyn, for the poem Year Arwr, the hero. The winner was announced, and the crowd waited for the winner to stand up to accept the traditional congratulations before the chairing ceremony. But no winner appeared. It was then announced that Hedwyn had been killed the previous month on the battlefield in Belgium. These events were portrayed in the Academy Award-nominated film Hedwyn in 1940. During the Second World War, the Eisteddfod was not held, for fear that it would be a bombing target. Instead, the BBC broadcast an Eisteddfod radio programme, and the chair, crown and a literature medal, as opposed to the usual prose medal, were awarded. In recent years, efforts have been made to attract more non-Welsh speakers to the event. This has helped increase takings, and the 2006 Eisteddfod reported a profit of over £100,000, despite costing £2.8 meters to stage. The Eisteddfod attracts some 160,000 people annually. The number of visitors to the 2004, 2005 and 2006 events were respectively 147,785, 157,820, and 155,437. The National Eisteddfod in Cardiff, 2008, drew record crowds, with over 160,000 visitors attending. National Eisteddfod venues. The Eisteddfod has visited all the traditional counties of Wales. It has visited 5 of the 6 cities in Wales: Bangor, Cardiff, Newport, St David's and Swansea, but has never visited St Asaph. See also: Gold Medal. National Eisteddfod of Wales. Royal National Mod. Official website.